I really enjoyed the partner panel talking about law firms as a business, in particular because obviously when doing applications, you often think of, what you can get out of it, how you can go and, prove yourself, what you're worth, but you oftentimes tend to forget that firms themselves are businesses and that, there's billable hours that they have to think about, competition with other firms, tools like, AI and whatnot, all those considerations. So being able to, get a grasp on, how those implications affect the firm, I thought was really interesting. And I think this is going to be something useful to put in future applications and also just for some general awareness as well.
I really enjoyed the training panel. I think it was really nice hearing just insight about just how they've kind of gotten into, being trainees and like their journeys. Obviously as a third year student, it is I'm just trying to figure everything out. So it's good to hear from people that have kind of been in that same path. And the fact that not all of them came from law backgrounds is also quite inspiring.
The panel was, at the end of the day, was a really interesting opportunity to hear the insights of trainees and future trainees, and offered me an insight into how I can be more strategic with my approach in trying to secure a training contract. It was also great to hear different experiences and the way that people have navigated challenges and problems on their route to qualifying.
I think networking with my peers at similar stages to me was really good. Being a postgrad student and applying to loads of different law firms can feel quite lonely. You kind of think that you're the only person at this stage, with rejections and other things. But I think meeting other people as well as the firms, you kind of feel more as like a team, more of a collective position. And especially networking with like trainees and partners, on such like a close vicinity, and being able to speak to them on such a personal level is something that you don't really get to do.
I found the day as a whole really inspiring and empowering because I was able to see lawyers from different backgrounds, diverse backgrounds, which I didn't tend to see in other Insight days. So this allowed me to see that law was a career that accepted people for who they were, and I really appreciated that.
Well, I found today as a whole really useful. I attended in 2022 as well, and that year I obtained 2 VAC schemes. And as a neurodivergent candidate, I want to find out about lived experiences at the firm and how firms adapt to people. So it was really useful to find out the sort of niche things you don't find out elsewhere.
I found the day as a whole really entertaining and honestly quite insightful. I thought it was good to be able to see experiences from like established lawyers, as well as also having the experience from like lawyers that are just starting as trainees. I also found it insightful there was like a range of different firms as well that gave their own experiences and how like their day-to-day like businesses function.
I found the workshop really interesting, so I attended the shoesmiths one. They didn't just take a theoretical approach and rather went through case studies, so it was interesting to see like how they handle like practical issues in the real world.
I went to the A&O Sherman workshop and I felt like before I wasn't thinking about tax, but after hearing Andrew speak about tax and the workshop that we did, which was looking at transaction, I feel like now I really want to do tax. It's the way that he did it, and I think that's an experience I probably wouldn't have got if I didn't come to today. So I'm really grateful for that.
I think one of my favorite parts about today was the workshops. It provided a lot of detailed experience on like what real life events are like, what you really do in a corporate world really. One of my favorite ones really was navigating a corporate deal, and we were separated into 2 parts of the room and we kind of just negotiated a deal, how to go about it, what are the intricacies in every deal, and what does every party really look for, your client, why they matter, and how to approach such a difficult matter which is in every corporate world.
I found the media and defamation law workshop the most interesting because it gave me a real insight into the kind of interesting work that commercial law firms get into. And what was quite interesting, you could see the passion and the enthusiasm that media lawyers have in their sector, and it was quite contagious to be able to do a case study about a sector that I was rather interested in and something that I want to continue to strive towards.